Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is John J Gaming on the mic here, coming at you with... We got an update for Maximum Football, not just about the game in general, but from Modus Games themselves. In case you guys have not heard already, as of the recording of this video, sometime yesterday, in that afternoon period, Modus Games did come out with their very first community update since they did purchase Maximum Football not too terribly long ago. So with that being said, what I am going to do for you guys here today, we are going to go ahead, we're going to look at the community update that Modus Game released, that they released on their YouTube channel, and kind of break it down into different parts, you know, because they talk about different aspects of the Maximum Football game. And I'm going to go ahead and kind of give my thoughts to kind of talk about what I'm thinking about, you know, how I'm feeling after the community update drops. So in advance, if you like this video, you know, you like my analysis, make sure you go ahead, smash that like button for me. And if you like college football content in general, whether that be, you know, smaller games like Maximum Football or bigger games like NCAA 14, we're getting into pro football too with Madden. If you like that kind of stuff, feel free to hit that subscribe button, as well as check out the rest of the content on my channel. I will also have the original video down in the description, so if you want to go ahead and take a look at the community update that Modus Games did go ahead and release, I will have that as well without any interruptions, of course. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go ahead and check out what Modus Games released on their YouTube channel yesterday afternoon and see what they got to say.
Hi, I'm Lukecroft, the community manager here at Modus Games, and today I'm really excited to talk to you about Maximum Football. First of all, let me thank you for taking the time to fill out the survey that we had running for a couple of weeks. You gave us some very valuable insight into what you guys are looking for in Maximum Football. I want to give you guys an update on how some of that feedback is going to help us when creating this next iteration of the game. It's clear that most of, if not all of, the Maximum Football community has played or continues to play some of the available football games that are out on the market right now. And if you're anything like me, there's nothing that really scratches that itch for simulation alongside great customization. And our main goal with Maximum Football is to create the ultimate football sandbox experience, giving players the opportunity to create the football game that they want to play. Far and away, one of the most loved features of the previous iterations of Maximum Football has been the customization. And in this next version of the game, we're taking that to the next level.
Alright, so from the get-go, I can see that this is a company that did its research. You know, they knew what the history of Maximum Football was, what it stood for, and what it was trying to appeal to back when the 2019 copy as well as the 2020 copies came into iteration. And it's something that they do want to continue. It was the first thing that they talked about, making it a sandbox experience, and that's what got me interested in Maximum Football in the first place. Just making it, you know, building my very own universe. I'm sure that's something that, you know, kind of got you guys into it as well. And it's something that they want to try and go ahead and expand further. And I wonder if that means the possibility of having a way for us to go ahead and share our creations online. Now that we do have the NIL laws currently in place, they have been passed by the NCAA at this point. So I wonder if it does open up the door. But so far, you know, just roughly a minute into this community update video, I'm already liking what I'm seeing. Now I'll go ahead and show what Modus Games was talking about in terms of the Dynasty feature for Maximum Football.
Additionally, Dynasty mode was listed as one of the favorite features of the previous Maximum Football games, and I'm happy to say that we can confirm that we are bringing Dynasty mode back in this version of Maximum Football with expanded features.
So not only do we have planned confirmation for Dynasty mode coming back to the next Maximum Football iteration, but it seems like there is going to be some expanded features that are at least going to be planned for the Maximum game. Now, whether, you know, that is executed or not, that is still remains to be seen. This is the first time that Modus Games is working with Maximum Football. But that being said, it does end up seeming like we are going to go ahead and see, at least for on the college football side of things, both the Canadian Dynasty and the American College Football Dynasties remaining for the next college football iteration. And like he said, there should be some expanded features as well. Hopefully that means we get to see a better top 25 screen. There was a general ranking that ranked teams from 1 to 130, but to have like a special screen for the top 25, that would be really nice to see. A different screen to show the recruiting rankings for each of these programs for both the American and Canadian college football dynasties. That would be a greatly appreciated boost to the immersion of dynasty mode. And then on top of that, seeing some other things like maybe some coaching profiles similar to what we saw in NCAA 14, able to be hired on as a coordinator or hire coordinators of your own. And then tack on to that, seeing an expanded prospect pool. That was something that was a little bit concerning in the last Maximum Football game. Gotta have more than 1,000 prospects for 130 teams in the American Dynasty and 250 prospects for the Canadian Dynasty that included 27 teams. So far so good, but that's not all. They do plan on addressing this the graphics that are associated with this game as well. Check out this next clip.
Graphics were a major area that you guys said you wanted to see improvement in. And in the next version of Maximum Football, we're going to be using Unreal Engine 4. This is going to allow us to deliver vastly improved visuals for the game. We're also working with former pro players to do motion capture for the game to provide an additional layer of realism. We're not quite ready to show you guys anything from the game yet, but stay tuned and we'll have something soon. We also know that modes and customizations can only take this game so far. At the end of the day, it's all about the gameplay, and I'm happy to say that this is a major focus of our team as well. We're working with former college athletes as well as former team members from past Maximum Football games and even Madden development teams to deliver an improved gameplay experience for Maximum Football. We're also looking at other simulation football games from the past 20 years, and yes, that does include 2005. Our focus is to rely a lot less on animation-based gameplay and more on physics-based gameplay, giving you far more control of your player on the.
So finally, what Modus Game finishes up talking about is that they do end up talking about two of the biggest complaints that Maximum Football really did have over the past couple of years. They talked about the gameplay and they talked about the graphics, and I like that they are putting more emphasis on it. Graphics, really the biggest thing holding it back. So the fact that they are going to upgrade those graphics just by using the Unreal Engine 4, that should, be really nice to see, as well as the fact that they are taking motivation from past simulation football games such as NFL 2K5, which even to this day is still talked about as one of the greatest simulation football games of all time, despite the fact that the game has been released 16 years ago and was released originally on the PS2 console. So we're talking about 3 console generations that have passed. We're here at the PS5, Xbox Series X, that kind of generation now, and the fact that that kind of game can still hold water, it can still hold its own all these years later, and then still be used as motivation, as inspiration to create the best possible simulation related football game. I think that's really good that they are doing just that. They are also going to go ahead, they are working with former NFL players as well as some college players for the motion capture. That does make me think that they are going to try. I know they mentioned that they wanted to work in physics-based gameplay for the most part, and I agree with that for a lot of aspects about it, but if they could work in some animations for catching or something, I don't think animations are inherently bad, but in the past we have seen games be over-reliant on animation. So if this is a game that can kind of start creating a perfect blend of animations and physics-based gameplay, I think that'll be a really huge step in the right direction from a gameplay perspective. And not only that, they are also working with former devs at Madden. So this is developers that worked for a billion-dollar company. They left that and they are working with this team to help create the best possible football game, as well as the former devs that were originally working on Maximum Football now is not everybody. You know, guys like David Winter, Eric Spear, Josh Garrity, those guys, they have moved on to other opportunities, but there is some other folks that were on the original Maximum Football team that did decide to stick around. So I'm really excited to see what the future of Maximum Football is. I'll, keep you guys updated every time I hear some kind of community update from Modus Games related to Maximum Football. But in the meantime, man, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Did you like what you hear in the community update that Modus Game released? Let me know what you think down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this analysis, again, smash that like button for me. And if you enjoy college football as well as pro gaming content, on the YouTube platform, feel free to go ahead, hit that subscribe button for me as well. And on top of that, feel free to check out the rest of the content that I have to offer. I think you'll enjoy it if you like this video as well. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. I hope you guys are all out there having a good one. Take care, everybody.